A blast has taken place very close to Rawalpindi General Headquarters. Now one of the air defense unit, some missile has been damaged. Now who is doing that? Possibly no one knows. It seemingly looks to be that there are a number of fault lines within Pakistan. These are being exploited by Pakistan terrorist group, which are various terrorist groups as of today. They can be Taliban Pakistan, which is becoming bold day by day. And since Pakistan has moved its troops from the western border to eastern border, there is a vacuum created there, and so is the BLA, which can do. So anyway, Pakistan having a difficult time after what we have done on the night by eliminating 9 infrastructure, which were basically a terrorist infrastructure. There are numerous blasts taking place in Pakistan, possibly done by the Pakistani terrorist group, which they once upon a time used to be their own creation. So as on today, we can say this only: Pakistan is in a big trouble. There is a civil war situation occurring, and today they are not in position to bounce back. India has told no other term that in case Pakistan now respond, and it doesn't have a target, because India has hit on the terrorist infrastructure. We don't have a terrorist group here. So where will they hit? If they hit on the civilian target or a military installation, it will be act of war. And then we are going to respond with a might. So Pakistan knows that. So the Pakistan is in catch-22 situation. And there is basically Pakistan is now trying to buy the time. But what's now happening in Pakistan, there are 40 to 50 blasts which is taking place all over the Pakistan, possibly that fault line being exploited by various militant groups. And the internal situation of Pakistan is really extremely bad. And it looks like that Pakistan will slip into a civil war in case such a thing happens. See there, you can say, basically what is happening in Karachi. The share market has crashed.
Right.
And they have to stop midway. They have to stop midway because it was crashing so badly that they have to stop midway. Otherwise, it would have further deteriorated.
All right, Major General Ashwini Sabat, stay with us. My colleague Aditya Rajkol also joining us live from our newsroom. Aditya, now we do know Pak's air defense units have been damaged. The HQ9 missile launchers have been damaged. What resulted in that damage, and what do we know about the drone strikes happening in Pakistan?
Well, firstly, a big development that we are breaking at this hour on News 9. First, that the chief of the Jaish-e-Mohammed, Rauf Azhar, has been killed by the Indian military. This is a big development coming in because, Rauf Azhar was responsible for several terror attacks that have taken place in India, including the IC-814 hijacking, also the Pathankot terror attack, and several other attacks, including the attack on the Indian Parliament. Rauf Azhar was the brother of the Jaish-e-Mohammed's founder, Maulana Masood Azhar. It's a big development coming in, a big achievement for the Indian Army, for the Indian Air Force and the Indian government that Rauf Azhar has been eliminated. This is also one of the casualties that took place in Bahawalpur, the seminaries that were attacked, the local madrasas where the Jaish-e-Mohammed compound was. This is precision strike by the Indian Air Force that has happened, a big setback for the deep state Pakistan Army and the Pakistan ISI that has been sheltering, nurturing and also sponsoring terrorism and giving an open fertile land to groups like the Jaish-e-Mohammed. Rauf Azhar's killing will be a massive setback for the entire Jaish-e-Mohammed leadership, because the last major attack that they did was the Pulwama terror attack that has shaken India completely. And this revenge for Pulwama, Pathankot and IC-814 hijacking finally happening from India. Top intelligence agencies from India have also confirmed to me that Rauf Azhar is killed. His funeral took place yesterday evening in Pakistan, in Bahawalpur itself. He was one of the 14 members of the family of Maulana Masood Azhar who were killed. So it's certainly a big achievement coming in for Government of India, for the Indian Armed Forces and the intelligence agencies. As I said, Rauf Azhar was being nurtured by the Pakistani military and the Pakistani deep state. And in fact, during the funeral of Rauf Azhar, as videos will be playing out on a screen, Pakistan Army, the Pakistani police, the Pakistan ISI also participated in the funeral of Rauf Azhar. So a major achievement for India, a big day for India. India has avenged several terror attacks, including the Indian Parliament attack case, the IC-814 attack case, and of course attacks such as Pulwama, by eliminating the topmost man, the conspirator and the mastermind of massive terror attacks in Jammu and Kashmir, New Delhi and elsewhere, killing innocents, killing hundreds of innocents in fact. And finally, he has met its fate. I'm being told that several other commanders of Jaish-e-Mohammed have also been killed, but the most significant one is the killing of Rauf Asghar.
All right, and while we're at it, more breaking news, as I mentioned, coming in by the way of Pakistan's air defense units, which have been damaged. Aditya, what do we know about the HQ9 missile launchers which have been damaged? Is it a result of those drone attacks which are happening in Pakistan?
Well, yes, of course. India has, launched drone attacks on Pakistan. This is significant because, there was continuous artillery fire that was coming in from Pakistan, provocation from Pakistan, ceasefire violations coming in from the Pakistani side as well. You would know that 13 civilians were killed by Pakistan in Poonch itself. Hindus, Muslims and Sikhs were killed. Nobody was spared. Women were not spared. Children were not spared in Poonch. Gurdwara, a Sikh holy place, a Gurdwara was also damaged, and a Granthi, the priest of the Gurdwara, a Sikh gentleman, was also killed brutally. Children were not spared, elderly women were not spared in that attack. So 13 innocent Indians were killed by Pakistan in Poonch, and there are 53 others who were injured, and that's why India launched these preemptive also, but also retaliatory, strikes against Pakistan through drones that were also very, very successful. We are awaiting a retaliation from Pakistan that could happen as early as tonight, midnight, or tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, incidentally, is also the day, the first anniversary of that embarrassment that Pakistan Army faced on the 9th of May last year, when the entire, civilian population of Pakistan, including the PTI, Imran Khan's cadre, ransacked the headquarters of the Pakistan Army, GHQ, also the ISI headquarters, Apara, the Lahore Corps Commander's residence, and several vital installations were completely ransacked. All goods, food material, etc., was taken away from there, and all these places were gutted and burned as well. And that embarrassment has to be saved, and he wants some kind of a deflection, Asim Munir, and that's why there is a prediction, there is a apprehension that Pakistan Army might order retaliation against India as early as tonight, midnight, or tomorrow morning.
So can we now confirm that those drone strikes were carried out by India?
Well, officially there is no confirmation, but I can tell you that there's an allegation that's come in from the Pakistan DG ISPR. We'll have to take that on face value as of now, but no official confirmation whatsoever, either from the Indian Army, Air Force, or the MEA.
All right, no official confirmation there as far as those drone strikes is concerned. There is some sort of news trickling in, of course, from DGISPR as far as Pakistan is concerned, that those drone strikes were carried out in key cities, including Karachi and Lahore by India. Let's quickly get in Major General Ashwini Sivach, who continues to be with us. Before we play that reaction from Union Minister, Mr. Rijiju, when he pointed out that Operation Sindoor is ongoing, it will carry on. There'll be various phases that will be launched. But yes, Major General.
It is that obviously we are going to react in case Pakistan now responds. But in addition to that, what's happening in POK, that the ceasefire is no more existence because Pakistan is resorting to heavy artillery fire, and there are about 10 to 12 civilians which have been killed. So we have all the right to respond. So therefore, we are also responding with the heavy artillery fire, and where we are far better than Pakistan because we have got basically buffers and we have got enough ammunition. And there we are also using drones, and possibly this MQ9, air defense unit which is of the Pakistan possibly must have been damaged. But certainly what's happening as far as our official line is concerned, the number of drones attack which are taking in various places, number of blasts which are taking place in Pakistan, we feel that it is their own internal fault lines being exploited by a number of terrorist groups, and that is possibility there. Because officially we are not accepting that India is doing. India has said two things. One is that we have responded in Operation Sindoor, where 9 infrastructure of the terrorists were killed by 22 missile strike, as well as we are also responding the ceasefire violation which is taking place in Jammu and Kashmir. We are responding very sternly and robustly there, and we are using all means. We are using RT, we are also using possibly drones, but Pakistan is on the receiving end today, and there is a total confusion going in Pakistan. Pakistan seemingly looks to be that slipping into a civil war, and their one can say the situation in Karachi has not been good. Gwadar is also bad, and Rawalpindi, very close to general headquarters, there was a blast which had taken place. So overall, a critical situation for Pakistan, and we are waiting that possibly Pakistan may react to what has happened as far as the operation in Sindoor is concerned. They may do today or tomorrow, that possibility there, but they will do it because Pakistan government has no other choice. Pakistan army has to show that they are not weak to their own people. So they will respond, but how will they respond? Where will they respond? Time will only tell. But let me tell you one thing, that our response will be much more robust this time, and we have all the means to then crush Pakistan. But in case Pakistan make this mistake, so the ball is still in the Pakistan court, but all options are open as far as India is concerned. We are now prepared for a worst case scenario, and now Pakistan seemingly looks to be in a back foot, and they don't know what is hitting them and who is the force behind.
Many strikes which are being carried out in Pakistan using those drones. There's no official confirmation from India's side just as yet whether India was in fact involved in carrying out those drone strikes. But Pakistani media as well as Pakistani army suggesting at least 12 drones were brought down by their defense system. In fact, let's also quickly listen into Union Minister Kiran Rijiju as he talks about how Operation Sindoor is an ongoing effort by the Indian government.
देश भर में पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज का स्टेटमेंट भी बहुत ही एक लाइन में आ रहे हैं, ये भी अच्छा चीज है जो हमको देखने को मिला है। तो ऑपरेशन सिंदूर का कार्रवाई, क्योंकि ये ऑनगोइंग ऑपरेशन है, इसलिए अलग से ऑफिशियल ब्रीफिंग नहीं है। ये रक्षा मंत्री जी की ओर से, सरकार की ओर से पूरा पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स को ब्रीफिंग हुआ है, और मैं सारे पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के नेताओं को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि पूरे जितने अपेक्षित थे सब नेता आए, और जैसे हमने सोचा है वैसे ही सबने सहयोग दिया, और एक मीटिंग को बहुत अच्छी तरीके से, एक फ्रूटफुल मीटिंग हम कह सकते हैं, बहुत सकारात्मक मीटिंग में कह सकता हूं कि संपन्न हुआ।
All right, joining us on the show is Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi. He's a defense and strategy expert. My colleague Aditya Rajkol continues to be with us. Major General Ashwini Sivach is also with us. Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi, there are fault lines now appearing in Pakistan. A lot has transpired since India carried out those precision strikes in Pakistan. And lately, in the last couple of hours, we have seen various Pakistani cities experiencing some sort of a bombardment, some sort of boom, and as many as 12 drone strikes, which has also resulted in Pakistani Prime Minister convening an emergency meeting to take a stock of how situation is really unfolding in Pakistan. A sense of chaos continues to be in Pakistan, whether to hit back, whether to retaliate or not.
Sweta, there were fault lines in Pakistan right through. Today only they are emerging and the world is getting to know it. As far as these attacks are concerned, the drone attacks, I can with lot of conviction, experience say that this is not from our side. This is their own doing, either by design or mishandling, whichever way you can call it, but it is from Pakistan side, their own people. Either they try to fire these drones on towards India, which have malfunctioned, which have been shot down by themselves, or they have had some ID blast, or third is their own terrorists. Now they are so annoyed with Pakistan that they were not able to save them in these terrorist camps that they have done it. So these are all possibilities. We are a very responsible nation and an extremely professional armed forces. Once our Foreign Secretary, yesterday Mr. Mishri has said that it was a measured, non-escalatory and very responsible strike. That means that it is not from our side. We did not want to escalate the things. We had sent the message which we wanted to send. We wanted to give a lesson to those who caused that dastardly and heinous crime on our brothers in Pahalgaon. All that has been done, but Pakistan is under tremendous pressure from its population. They will definitely take some recourse, some semblance of reaction, response they will definitely show. Let me tell you, their armed forces itself are divided. They have a non-professional army, a rogue army, which can do anything, and that is the reason why we need to be careful. And one more point which I would like to...
Absolutely, sir. I'll come back to you, but I have to ask you, what do you think is the real reason if Pakistan, as you believe, is orchestrating it on its own soil? What could be the reasons behind it? Why would it be doing so? And why would it be harming its own population? I think it's important for us to really get a sense of understanding of how Pakistani army's psyche works. If they can go so far as to hurt their own people, if it means uniting them to attack India.
Sweta, they want to blame India for all these irresponsible actions and which may lead to war. They want to provoke us to be the initiator of the war. That is their strategy. They care two hoots for their own population. In Kargil, you have seen they refuse to take the dead bodies of their soldiers. So for them, they are all expendable items and they can get away with anything. They can do anything to create a situation which is to their liking, not to the liking of any too matured nation. It will never be. But we have a immature neighbor on our western side. That's our. But we know how to deal with Pakistan. Our Indian armed forces are very alert. They are totally monitoring each and every action of the Pakistan. This is definitely not from our side.
Definitely doesn't seem to be from our side. That's the word coming in as far as those drone strikes is concerned. Lieutenant General, it's an evolving situation. Of course, there is no communication from India just as yet. There's a sense of panic there in Pakistan. And this comes barely, sir, 36 hours after India carried out those precision strikes on Pakistan. And there is also a preparedness here in India, at least on the Western Front, on sites that Pakistan could likely target if it were to retaliate. The big question is whether it will retaliate, whether Pakistan has it in it to retaliate. Mixed statements again coming out. Defense Minister says on one hand that if India doesn't escalate this any further, will not retaliate. Prime Minister says we are ready to retaliate. So there's a sense of confusion there whether Pakistan really wants to retaliate.
To keep ambiguity is by design. Between the Raksha Mantri, the Defense Minister and the Prime Minister, it is by design they are keeping this so that whichever it goes, they can always justify it. As far as their future response is concerned, I have no doubt that they will definitely do, but their capabilities are limited, their armed forces are ill-trained, they are within themselves divided. Their higher echelons are fighting for becoming the chief. Their lower echelons are indulging in all nefarious activities, training the terrorists. Otherwise, which armed forces in the world are doing this? These are the people who are their chief of army staff. You have heard, we have all, the whole world has heard him addressing the NRIs of Pakistan. This is what is their total character. They can do anything. Their response will definitely be there, but I do not think it will be very effective response. Indian armed forces are extremely well prepared to counter any such nuisance from Pakistan side.
Well prepared to counter any such nuisance. But let's also play up those visuals. We're given to understand the mastermind of IC814, Abdul Rauf Azhar, brother of Masood Azhar, has also been killed in those precision strikes. And look at that on your screens, Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi. It seems like he's been given a state funeral. Army is saluting as the convoy that perhaps is carrying his mortal remains passes through the local roads. This man is a terrorist. He's carried out various terror activities. He's kidnapped people. He's hijacked a plane. And for some reason, he's revered in Pakistan. This also, essentially exposes the complicity that Pakistan has with terrorists.
It is totally abhorrible. A man who has acted against humanity, who has carried out every illegal activity, in fact criminal activity, who is being given this honor by Pakistan. But this is only expected. I saw one wreath being laid on at the time of his last rites, which had the COAS, Chief of Army Staff, written. Such incorrect actions and such terrible actions only Pakistan Army can do. Look at the sepoys saluting this the dead body when it's passing through them. There were so many army officers present at the last rite of a terrorist. I don't think Pakistan has any hope. If it wants to change, they'll have to follow ethical means, professional armed forces type behavior they'll have to conduct. Otherwise, I don't see a hope. There already, you see, Balochistan is having a big issue with Pakistan. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is having a big issue with Pakistan. Sindh doesn't want to stay with them. POK, in any case.
Big breaking news, in fact. India has now confirmed that Pakistan provoked India through the border. It has attempted to attack North and West India, and so in the intervening night of 6th and 7th, this is as per a press briefing that's been shared by India, that Pakistan attempted to engage a number of military targets in northern western India, including Avantipura, Srinagar, and as a result of which today morning Indian armed forces targeted air defense radars and systems at a number of locations in Pakistan. India responded in the same domain with same intensity as Pakistan. It has reliably learned that air defense system at Lahore have now been neutralized. So Indian government has now confirmed that those strikes that were carried out in Pakistan were as a result of India retaliating to that cross-border firing and the death of many people in Poonch area. This is big, Lieutenant General. This is a testimony to the fact that India is not taking it sitting down anymore. It is reacting proportionately.
Absolutely correct, Sweta. What we were discussing, without a response from that side, without retaliation from Pakistan, we will not be indulging in these types of stuff. Now it is confirmed that Pakistan tried to, we heard in the morning that there were some shells which were found near Amritsar. All those things, if it is coming from the Indian official sources, I 100% sure that this has happened. And that's the reason for retaliation. We have destroyed their radar stations. We must have destroyed many other instruments and various things at those airport, Bahawalpur, Rawalpindi, Karachi. That is the reason why we have retaliated. It's not without anything. If Pakistan does it, it's at their cost.
Lieutenant General, this is big. This also goes on to tell you, as Union Minister Kiran Rijiju was pointing out, Operation Sindoor wasn't just a one-day operation. It is a continuous operation by India to ensure that it safeguards its interest. And in order to do that, India has now carried out what appears to be targeted attacks on air defense radars and systems at a number of locations in Pakistan. Indian response, as India is pointing out, has been in the same domain with same intensity. Now, this is as per the official statement coming out from India, Pakistan has increased the intensity of its unprovoked firing across the line of control using mortars and heavy caliber artillery in areas in Kupwara, Baramulla, Uri, Poonch, Mendhar and Rajouri sector in Jammu and Kashmir. 16 innocent lives have been lost, including 3 women, 5 children, due to Pakistani firing. And here too, India was compelled to respond to bring the mortar and artillery fire from Pakistan to a halt. So if you push India, Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi, India is going to push back. It's not going to sit tight. It's going to respond proportionately. And what appears to be the phase 2 of Operation Sindoor, it looks like air defense of Pakistan has now been attacked by India. Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi.
absolutely correct. We will be proportionate. We will hit the target from where any fire has been brought on us. We are doing it in JNK today. In fact, for the last 12 to 13 days after Pahalgam, that incident, they have been firing small arms, HMGs, LMGs, and now they have upgraded to the artillery fire, mortar fire. We are responding in equal measures, and they will get, because they don't understand the India's might. We are more than 10% their artillery. We have much better caliber. We have much better ammunition. We indigenously produce most of the gun system. We indigenously produce most of the artillery system, the rockets, the missiles. So they do not understand what they are going to be put under. They'll be total destroyed. I see the end of Pakistan in another 5 to 10 years if they do not follow the ethical, professional, and correct measures.
There, India is finally on record now accepting that Pakistan's air defense system was in fact neutralized by India, and this was in response to the cross-border firing that is now intensifying. Major General, Lieutenant General, I beg your pardon, VK Chaturvedi continues to be with us. Lieutenant General, I have to ask you right now, sir, as far as retaliation is concerned, it now appears that we are moving forward, down the escalatory ladder. India has retaliated to what it calls now cross-border firing, which really resulted in many innocent civilians dying in Pooch. Where do we head from here on, sir? What are we expecting from Pakistan?
I do not see India escalating, but India will give it back in the right measure, proportionate measure, if it is hurt or Pakistan tries to do anything incorrect against our people or on the borders. Both places, Bharat is going to retaliate in much stronger manner, that Pakistan gets the lesson that it deserves.
Pakistan's bid to escalate has now been negated. There's been a proportionate response by India, and we'll of course have to wait and watch for how and what Pakistan does in return. But we do know that an emergency meeting has now been convened by the Prime Minister of Pakistan to take stock of the drone attacks that were carried out now, as confirmed officially by India. What would be the response? We'll have to wait and watch out. Lieutenant General VK Chaturvedi, I have to ask you, sir, before I let you go, as it escalates further, and we know India to not be an escalator. In fact, after carrying out those strikes, India came out on record to suggest that the strikes were non-escalatory in nature. They were meant to really defend India's territorial integrity. They were also meant to maintain a sense of status quo, because India anticipated and preempted further strikes from some of these terrorist camps, the 9 locations that India targeted. This war could likely prolong from here on. What's your assessment?
Swetaji, I definitely feel that we are against a failed nation, against a rogue army. They can take any action which is not in line with the, I'll say, the professional armed forces. They can indulge in any nefarious activities. They can indulge in any unethical ways. And therefore, one definitely cannot predict. But I feel India is not wanting to go for war, but if it is thrust on us by Pakistan, India will not let Pakistan go. The retaliation will be very, very severe, very, very harsh, and we will see that Pakistan gets the lesson that it deserves.
Retaliation would be hard, it would be proportionate. That's exactly what India is saying right now. The war from here on likely to escalate as Pakistan continues its cross-border firing that has resulted in at least 16 people dying in many bordering areas, including Poonch, which witnessed some horrific scenes as of yesterday. And we continue to track all those details, of course, in the aftermath of those precision strikes that were carried out by India. Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi, as situation deteriorates further, there's also a call from international community for proof, sir. A lot of people are demanding what's the proof that Pahalgam terror attack was as a result of Pakistan's complicity. And this includes, various ministers from the US, UK, who are also suggesting that India this time around did not furnish enough and more proof, and without really taking stock of the fact that every time India has furnished proof of Pakistan harboring terrorists in the past, that hasn't been taken into account at all. There has been absolutely nothing done about it, and Pakistan has washed its hands off it.
You are absolutely correct, Swetaji. We have provided proofs right from the parliament attack. Thereafter, what happened in Mumbai, what happened in Pahalgam, what happened in Uri, what happened in Pulwama, all proofs with dossiers were provided. What happened? Nobody cared. Pakistan didn't even bother after that. Is there a doubt that Pakistan is the harbor of terrorist activities in the world? Every terrorist in the world has linkage with Pakistan. This man, Rauf, Azhar, who has been killed yesterday, was staying. Osama bin Laden was there next to the PMA, Pakistan Military Academy at Kakul. Even now, this camp at Bahawalpur is very close to the army cantonment there, the Air Force station there. All these things are very well known to the world. And when you say that this is what is happening, you provide all testimony and all evidence, nobody bothers. So India has to defend its own integrity, its own sovereignty, its own people. And we will do it the way we want, because we know that nobody bothers about the evidence. Nobody bothers about when we produce so much documents to make even conversation, communications of the people, GPS locations will provide, and nothing happens. Pakistan takes no cognizance. What do? We have to act now, and that's what we are doing now.
And that's exactly what's happening. Thank you very much, Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi, for taking time out. Stay with us. We'll come back to you in the next hour, in the next show. But breaking news, of course, coming in there at the top of the broadcast. It now appears that India has hit back once again, retaliated to Pakistan's unprovoked firing across the border by hitting out at its air defense system. There's a statement that's been out, which is now confirmed from Indian Defence Ministry, suggesting that proportionate strikes were carried out by India in order to preempt and destroy some of the air defence system of Pakistan. And so those drone attacks, those attacks that we've been hearing about on Pakistan since this morning seem to be a doing of India. India has finally once again stepped up its effort to protect its borders. We'll carry on bringing you all those details. Time now for a short break. We'll be back with more on the other side. Keep watching Newsline.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9. English news as it should be.
बेबो का एक ही रूल, रोज खाओ अंडे विदाउट भूल। 'Cause eggs are cool, cool, cool. Yes, eggs are cool, cool, cool. Summer में एनर्जी हो जाती है कम, खाओ अंडे एनर्जेटिक रहो हरदम। Strength और पावर मिले हर रोज with proteins and minerals का daily dose। Eggs are cool, cool, cool. Yes, eggs are cool, cool, cool. Yes, eggs are cool, cool, cool. संडे हो या मंडे, रोज खाओ अंडे।
Smashing corporate boundaries through sport. The News 9 Corporate Badminton Championship 2025 in collaboration with Padma Shri Pulela Gopichand, offers corporations a unique opportunity to boost employee engagement through sport.
It's a perfect blend of fun, fitness and competition. So I invite all the corporate people out there to come to the court and showcase their passion for sports as well.
Top corporates are already in. Are you?
Presenting sponsor, Srinidhi University, Kindle the Light Within. Co-powered by Tata AG, with you always. Venue partner, Gopichan Academy. Sports medicine partner, CSSH, Center for Spine and Sports Health. Associate sponsor, Blue Star, built on trust. Dinshas since 1932. D-Beats, a diamond is forever. Tata New. Celebration partner, Big Bull, the future of clubbing.
Every brand tells a story.